Hello there and welcome back to, the Aztecs and Sunset Invasion. Last time we got control of the Aztec and Maya and integrated them, and we're currently, in the process of saving up the administrative points needed to get the admin tech 4 so I can get the first idea set and thus most likely pick the ideas that will allow me to start colonizing. Basically, I'll be taking exploration ideas, start colonizing, and hopefully that way be able to put myself in a better position. And as such, I'll not be investing in stability or anything that costs admin points until I am a level 4. It'll probably hurt my economy a little bit, and it'll probably also be quite annoying on another scale of things. As you can see, the advices are costing me pretty much right now, and I will be taking these inflation hits because, well, actually, by taking 0.5 for 50, I'll be getting 125 admin points on when you calculate it all together. So that's not bad, and I can live with that. But for the time being, I'll just be waiting to invest in this one until the cost goes a little bit down to save, well, some more admin points. So basically, I'll be waiting until my I can only keep 2,497 power saved. So I do have a lot to go on, so that's not a problem. And other than that, we do have a pretty damn good ruler, and we do have a fairly decent heir as well, although we definitely want some more diplomatic points than what he can currently give us. But for the time being, we'll just sit by, wait, be patient, and hopefully get the tech levels we need rather quickly. As you can see, we almost have the admin points required for level 3, and we are currently in February 1506. Which means that if things go as planned, I'll be starting colonization in 1520, 1525, somewhere in between that. And that's great, that's actually pretty damn soon. I'm a little bit unsure how the others will do here. And once again, I will be waiting a little bit to see if the costs go down. Probably not though. And it's a little bit too bad that I can't actually save any points by that. But for those of you who might be worried about how my inflation is going, it was at 6%. But although it looks to be going up, it's not really that much, 0.02 a year. So once I actually get my national ID, I'll definitely be boosting stability, and I'll also be reducing the inflation here. So on that score, it's not really anything to be worried about. I can either accept the rightful claims or ignore their demands. We'll ignore the demands for now. And as you can see here, this guy is 33, so potentially I'll actually live to the start of the colonization. And that's great, that would definitely help me out here. But it doesn't really matter because this guy is same on terms of admin points. The problem will be the diplomatic points. I still need almost 2,000 in order to get those first 5 ideas, which will get me 2 colonists. But to be honest, it's not really that big of a deal. I do need the colonists basically to start colonizing the Isles here, colonizing down the coast of South America, try and get myself a border with Shawnee and the Incas, and basically, I know if I can use as a, I didn't actually test that out, if I can as a native, go ahead and vassalize Shawnee and the Incas and Iroquois, or I have no idea who actually will be alive up here, but it's probably Shawnee. They usually are in almost every game of mine. Or Cherokee, when you think about it. I have no idea why. Well, it doesn't actually matter who's left alive. As you can see, a Huron, actually. So we'll go for vassalization of these guys as soon as I can. I do have gotten some pieces of the map figured out, which to me is kind of a confusion. If I had actually known the coast, that would make a little bit more sense. But apparently, I do not. So, well, I guess I'll have to live with that. Luckily, we did find this one now, so I can basically start colonization by dropping 1 here, dropping 1 in the province down south, and then use ships and an explorer here to discover the lands. As you can see, it's 4 barks and 6 cogs. The cogs are basically for transport of my units and of my to the islands to protect against the natives there. Although they are kind of annoying. I want this big as high as possible base tax in this area, so I will not be killing off the natives. So that's not something to worry about. But yeah, let's see here. Do I get? No, I got diplomacy points. Not too bad that either. I do need a lot of them as well. Military technology is definitely one that I'm focusing least on, because once I actually get hit, it doesn't matter, because they will be wiping out my armies. They will be beating me. So what you need to do, in my opinion at least, or what should work for me, is basically to have one province that they can take that you do have a core next to, and thus you can basically kickstart westernization. You'll be bribing them. That is the right word. You will be bribing them due to the fact that you'll give them a province and then give them as much money as they need to simply go away without taking too many of your provinces. So that's the plan to dealing with Castile, Portugal, Great Britain, England, France even. Whoever actually comes here first. So we'll see how it turns out, and I'll continue saving up my admin points. And once I'm at level 4, I'll get to you more or less. Of course, we get the hunting accident. So Star overtakes you, or oh well. Prestige doesn't really matter that much when it comes to well, handling colonies. So we'll take oh well. My heir died. Tragically, of course, and we'll have to wait for a new one. As you can see, I only need about 900 points now before we can start doing. It's about 100 months. 120 is probably around it. So a decade now, and we will be starting colonization. So we'll be waiting patiently. Kind of bad news here. Portuguese ships are basically now exploring the area. I've seen some Castilian ships as well. So that's not good, but on the plus side here, we're about 300 points away, so we should be able to start doing, well, something around the time. And apparently now I can choose between 50 prestige or 1 point stability. I think we'll take the point stability. It's due to me having a level 3 advisor, and of course, once my level 2 advisor died, I couldn't actually choose get a new level 2. I had to choose between level 3 or level 1. So I decided to try and speed up the process a little bit to get the level 3 up until the point where I could no longer pay him, and that is now. So we'll take a level 1 now and start saving up money again to get the colonies running. But as you can see, I will be making it up or back pretty fast, so it's not really that big of a problem. The only thing now is that we'll get to the next level of tech a little bit slower, and we'll only be able to, as it seems, unlock the first 4 ideas, but that's not too bad either. We'll get a colonist, we'll be able to explore, we'll get some further colonial range, and the colonists will also grow rather rapidly. So all in all, that's not too big of a problem. Once I actually find Castile and Portugal, I can check out how they're doing idea-wise. I think my colonies will actually be growing faster than theirs, so we'll see how much of the land that I can actually snatch before we end up in trouble here. So I have to wait for this guy to get home, and then we'll simply send him to collect from trade again. So no problem there. And as I said, we'll simply have to wait now for those last 200 points, and then we'll start colonizing. There we go. As you can see, we do have the 1500 points needed for level 4, and there we go. Another group of ideas, and with that, we will be taking, as I said, exploration. And we can also unlock a bunch of ideas here. We get an extra colonist, we get the ability to explore, we get discipline +5 thanks to a national idea, along with a increasing colonial range +50%. Not really that much, since we do need to use the diplomacy tech to increase our colonial range to begin with. So I believe we have a range of 90 now. Let's see here. Where did I actually check that? Here we go. Colonial range of 60 +50% is 90, so that should work out just fine. Other than that, not really that much else we can do right now. We will be hiring a explorer, and we will be hiring, or start colonize here. We'll split this one in 2, hire ourselves a conquistador to, well, have him explore for us. And we'll also be upping the maintenance, I believe, to a rather healthy level, so that the armies will actually be reinforced after fighting natives and such. And we'll also go ahead and fire our admin guy, because we do not need any more admin points, or not money at least. I'll simply be boosting stability and getting rid of my inflation, and that's all that I'm aiming to do here. We'll also start the process, as it were, of finding the islands and see how far the Portuguese and Castilians have actually, basically see how far the people of Hispania have actually discovered and started colonizing themselves. So we'll see how this turns out. I'll simply do some discovering, and once I have set up a couple colonies and found out where the Spanish and the Portuguese are, I'll get back to you. Moctezuma 304 is the new heir to the throne. The succession is safe, as you can see. It's also kind of a difficult thing here. It seems that the Spanish have actually started colonizing this island here, and that means that Caribbean or the Caribbean, is most likely already more or less taken, and that is not a positive thing at all. That means that I most likely will not be able to take, well, not all of it at least, or basically this is the first colonies I've set up, it seems. So most of the Caribbean is still up for grabs, although I might actually have to give up on, let's see here, there's 1, 2, there's not that many Spanish colonies to be, or colonies to be honest, there's just 3 of them here. So potentially what I could do is to simply aim for setting up a colony, and if this one is not finished, simply snatch it. Could be a potential thing to do, or potentially a choice I have, but I'll probably not do it. And for now, I'll simply do bouncing back and forth and trying to discover every single province in the area, more or less. We'll see how it turns out. Black news indeed, a stability drop. We have a Regency Council, which kind of screws up my attack Spain or Castile plan, and we also have a pretender here in this guy. So let's see, how good is the council? It sucks, to be quite honest. And how good is that pretender of ours? We don't actually have any legitimacy or stability, so it doesn't really matter if it takes the throne here. 235, much better than what we're anticipating here. So I'll just allow that guy to roam free, have him siege as much as he feels like, and with that I think we should be able here to get some things going. But as you can see, the colonial maintenance is still, or is rather high. So I kinda can't actually have that many colonies running, and with that I might actually have to fire this guy, which would give me a fairly low income of diplomatic points. But I actually have to fire him due to the fact that if I do not, I will not be able to bribe away once I'm actually attacked. So for now, I'll once again just keep on trying to find as many provinces as possible, and we'll probably just aim at taking some of these islands. Probably not that many, admittedly, but we'll have to see how it goes. Hopefully we can snatch this land here, this one. There's a couple of islands up here, and probably some of the... we'll have to aim to take some of the Caribbean islands, more or less. We'll simply have to see how it goes, but as of now, we'll have to do our best. It seems like the Castilians have just called this province here. These are still colonies. They are basically not any better than mine here, which is quite interesting in its own right, but that also means that, as you can see, the Castilians do actually have 2 colonies. That's bad. But as far as I know, they actually have already started colonizing up here. And hopefully they'll start focusing more there than here in this area, because if I can take most of the Caribbean islands, which as you can see are pretty damn high base tax, but it will take a... Wow. Sorry. Had to burp, but I think I held it in, hopefully. But as I said, if I can take most of these Caribbean islands with their high base tax, then I'm pretty well set to be able to fight back in the future. But for the time being, not really that much I can do. I'll also go ahead and cancel this mission simply due to the fact that, well, I would probably get it quite soon due to the colonization and all that. But it seems like there is one very small nation here that I can potentially subdue. It would help at least a little bit here to simply get a core in this area as well for colonizing some other areas. But as of now, I'll just continue finding the, well, trying to discover these lands by doing this. As you can, Cherokee, Shawnee. So basically they're all weak, it seems. They haven't actually been able to get, no one has actually been able to get a decisive victory, it seems. And that is a positive thing for me, because that means that I can easily move in and snatch the area, as it were. And hopefully I'll be able to do just that. But for the time being, I'll simply have to give up to all, basically accept the terms of the rebels. And as I said, I want these guys to take over, but they're slow as hell. So yeah, my nation will suffer due to the fact that it's being led by incompetence. And hopefully, as I said, the Castilians will focus on colonizing the north here, and thus give me, to some extent, a opportunity to colonize the Caribbean. But since they've taken this, it seems like that won't be the case. But I can at least hope. We've gotten the Viceroy's idea, which gives global tariffs plus 20%. That doesn't matter to us because, well, we don't have any tariffs as of now. We do need that extra colonies pretty quickly. We have finished this colony, and we've started to work on this one a little bit more. But as you can see, the Castilians will basically finish these 2 pretty soon, and hopefully they will probably make this one. If not, we'll probably take it ourselves, and thus I should put this quick start, or to some extent try and start our own westernization a little bit earlier. Even though we are westernizing, we'll probably be able to create colonies and all that without too much fuss. But I really need these guys now to win this. 8 months now, and they can claim, and that guy will be taking over. He's not the best, but he's better than what we currently have in wait, which is 10 more years of a 022 Regency Council and a 304. As you know, he ain't too crappy really, with a, what is it? He's a 235. It could of course been, if you turned that around so he was a 532, that would have been better, but I can live with that. He's basically better than what we have in wait, because we do need some more diplomacy points. But yeah, we'll probably wait now until everything is done more or less, and then we will be making peace. I've also, of course, this is ruining my economy due to there being a lot of sieges basically everywhere, but there's not really too much else I can do. There we go, the guy died, and my king, the traitors, Aztec pretended rebels have forced us to submit. The government type changed to despotic monarchy, which is basically what we had, and we also get Aztecs here still with cost modifier minus 10%, and also cover. There's some good things here as well, so I can't actually completely complain. Let's see, how much does a point stability cost right now? It costs me 80. So yeah, we'll be focusing now on getting my stability back up. There is one big problem with this guy, and that is that he's a 2. So I can't actually enact the, and also I got a lot of new leaders, it seems. No real reason to keep them around. And I have no need of these armies either. So yeah, point now, boost stability, boost legitimacy, and otherwise just try and get things up and running again. And hopefully we can make this work out. But yeah, as I said, hopefully Castile will go on to colonize this area, and hopefully I can get that extra colony so I can start getting some major colonization done here. Hopefully get some of the Caribbean due to the fact that they are rich. The Portuguese are, well, they are doing some colonization here, which is kind of bad for me, but nothing I can do with that really. We'll simply have to try and make things work. And if I do get aboard with Castile, I'll probably just try and quick start westernization already now to save points in the future. It will of course be a hard 70 years now to come, I think, and hopefully we can set ourselves up to attacking Europe. So thank you for watching. Please leave a comment, praise, criticism, anything you feel like, and I'll see you around next time. Bye.